Hey, welcome back to another exciting episode of Foam Finger Nation Finds. But looking at me, I feel a little underdressed for this one. Hang on just a second. So another thing I've come to collect because I just didn't have it growing up is old NFL jerseys. These are made by Rawlings, usually sold at like a Sears or whatever. Roger Staubach, the iconic Dallas Cowboy, my favorite football player of all time. And I'll tell you a little story about me and Roger. 2011, the Rangers are in the World Series. Has nothing to do with Roger Staubach. I am part of a film crew that is making a short documentary style film about Drew Pearson. The other half of the Hail Mary, you have Roger Staubach throwing. Drew Pearson, some people would say he pushed off. If you're a Viking fan, he definitely pushed off. Doesn't matter, he caught the ball. It's the Hail Mary. It's a famous play. So we're making a film about Drew Pearson, and we have to go to Roger Staubach's office. It so happens to be the same day that he is throwing out the first pitch of the World Series. Roger comes to me after we stop filming. He goes, "Red, do you need anything else?" And I said, "Sir, if I could just take a picture with you." So we start talking while they get the camera ready for our picture. I just blurt out something about the World Series and him throwing out the first pitch and Kenny Rogers better catch it. And he goes, "You know, Red, I'm a little nervous about that. Do I go in front of the mound or do I go on top of the mound?" And I know Roger Staubach was first team All-City in Cincinnati. Pete Rose was second team All-City. So I know he can play. I know he can throw. And I said, "Roger," and this is a point in life where, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but your mouth keeps going, but your mind is telling you to stop. This is my moment with Roger Staubach. So I said, "Roger, if you have anything left in the tank," anything left in the tank? That's the best I come up with. Anything left in the tank, you go from the top of the mound and you tell Kenny Rogers to catch the ball and let it go as fast and as hard as you can. We had packed up by this time. I had my picture with Roger Staubach. I'm listening to the World Series game, not even thinking about it. The next day I wake up and I'm like, I wonder if Roger Staubach took my advice. Because what made him nervous was Dirk Nowitzki threw out the pitch the night before and came up short. So later on it comes out, he goes to the top of the mound. Everything looks good. He comes up short. Kenny Rogers, the ex-pitcher for the Rangers, makes the catch. All is saved. But in this video clip of him throwing out the first pitch, you can hear as soon as people realize that it's going to come up short, they kind of gasp. And so I've kept that guilt inside of me for the last 14 years, and I apologize, Roger. I wasn't the coach you needed at that time. I gave you some bad advice, evidently. But anyway, let's get back to this jersey. This jersey is probably, he stopped playing in like 1979. So 80 would be the latest that this ever came out. So what are we talking? 45 years old. I collect these. I've got some odd ones. Some guys that I didn't even know. Some guys with some numbers, and you have to go back and look at the team roster to figure out who it was. I'll get to those later. But here's the item of the day. Here's the item of the Foam Finger Nation Finds episode. And this is like a holy grail for Roger Staubach fans. It is the 1972 Topps rookie card. But this is a special one because Roger Staubach has hand-signed it. And why is that cool and why is that relevant now? Well, Roger Staubach simply does not sign through the mail anymore. He used to be a really big sign through the mail guy. He doesn't do the public shows. He doesn't do the autograph shows. You may be lucky enough to find him doing a private signing through somebody, but literally these cards are going to dry up. He's not signing anymore, and that's what makes this such a unique find and a special find to me. Beautiful blue signature right across the front there, across the jersey. And back in the day, this is also really, really cool, and I'll get a close-up of this so you can see it. Football cards and I think baseball cards at the time did this. They found out like little interesting facts about the player to put on the back, you know. Roger Staubach happens to have, he deals in real estate in the off season. He turned into a real estate mogul basically in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And actually that was in the office that I got to interview Roger Staubach. So it all comes full circle. I had this card when I was a kid. Not in this good a condition, not nearly in this good a condition, and definitely not a signed Roger Staubach copy, but now I do. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed learning about the jersey, the first pitch of the World Series, the rookie card, everything else on Foam Finger Nation Finds. We'll see you next time. Let's go.